Hello, once again, this is apt-s, and in this video we're going to talk about getting started with making a project in C++. So we're using the compiler Visual Studio, and I have a other video up explaining how to download and get it, but in this one we're going to focus on actually making a project. So to get started, we'll just go ahead and click on a new project. Let this load up real fast. Okay, so basically we're working in C++, so we're going to go ahead and select on empty project, and we're going to give it a name. So let's give it test project. Let's go ahead, and you can specify the location where you want it to save. I'm just going to leave it here for now, and go ahead and select OK. Creating project. Okay, so right now we have the project open, and what we can do is we don't have an actual file, a coding file to work in, so we can go ahead and hit our Solution Explorer, or we can hit project right here. Let's go ahead and use the Solution Explorer. So in Solution Explorer you can basically see all the files that are related to your project, so you can import other files, and it makes just life a lot easier. So let's go ahead and right click on the name of your project. Mine is test project, and go ahead and hit add, and we're gonna add a new item. So let's go ahead and just add a C++ file, and the extension is .cpp. So we'll just go ahead and leave its name as source.cpp, and go ahead and hit add. Alrighty. And so first off, once we get a file open, we need to be able to actually write code. And so there's a couple things that are required, well, not exactly required, but that we need to be able to write code. And so what we have to do is include these things called libraries. You also might call them headers. And so what we do is we hit the hashtag key and write include. And so what we're doing is we're including essential files for our program to actually function. So the most essential one is the iOS stream, and I'll go in another video explaining what that is. And so just remember that we need to add this file for our program actually to work. And so after that, usually this is not the most recommended practice, but it's something we do when we don't really know what it means. And so we just go ahead and add using namespace standard std and a semicolon after that. And so basically when we want to use certain key names in C++, we're going to have this statement right here. Later on, when you learn more about programming, you're not going to add this statement always. You might add something different and just include different things. So this you probably won't use all the time, but when you're starting out, it's okay to use it. And so right after that, we need to make a main function. So let's just go ahead and call it int main and parentheses, and after that you just add in brackets. And so this is essential to be able to write code. You're gonna have to have this if you actually want to write meaningful code. And so don't worry so much about what this is, just remember that you're gonna need to add this in. And so here in this space is where you can write code, like anything you really want to. And when you learn more about coding, you're going to understand what this means and how to make different things like this. And just a note, you're going to have what we call a return statement in here, and we just have it return 0, and you'll learn about this more in the future. But this is the very basic of a program. This is what you need for you to be able to write actual code, and for your compiler actually to debug. And so there's just the basics of making a program, and I hope this video helped.